It's Don here from the board. Thank you for coming along and checking out this video. So today, I'm really proud and excited to be able to have a look at this prototype of a brand new 50% kit. And it's been developed by Idyllic, what are these? Idyllic acrylic peripherals, and myself here at the Board podcast. And as you would know by the title, this is the Tinny 50. Okay, and it's a DIY Hotswap PCB with through-hole components that's driven off a Pro Micro with the capability of having an optional RGB switch. Now, what I have in front of me here is a prototype of this board. I helped Idyllic put together the PCB for it, but the layout was entirely from Idyllic, and I wrote the QMK and struggled a bit trying to get it to compile, was having some kind of issues, and it turned out it was a single comma in the wrong place that threw us off for ages before we got that sorted out. Thank you to the people from the Q&K Discord who helped solve that problem. So I don't know 100% what I'm expecting to see here in the box, but this is a prototype because we've already changed some minor things on the next revision of the PCB. I do need to mention that. So what you see in this video is not 100% what is likely to be available when this becomes available. And this will hopefully become available in the near future on the Keyboard Treehouse. Okay, so because this has my address on it, I'm actually going to be careful on, so my address is on the shipping label on this side, but I'm going to open it up. So Idyllic sent this to me, but obviously I don't know anything about it except for what I've been sent detail-wise and the actual PCB, and of course the layout because I worked on the PCB. But it is exciting. It is actually really, really exciting. I have a few more details that I'll sort of walk through once I've actually got this open, and then we can check it out. So I'm going to open it in a bit of a backwards way because obviously trying to not show my address. There we go. Da, 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 da. There it is. Okay, so nice. Take that away. So this is already fully assembled by the looks of it, and even put switches in it. I don't even know what these switches are. They're TTC switches. I've never even tried TT switches before. You can see it on my face. Okay, so this is the Tinny 50. And does that not look gorgeous? And one of these switches has inadvertently popped out slightly, but okay, so this is just prototype for fit because I've just noticed that it actually doesn't have any hot swaps, but that's fine because that's what I was expecting. So I'm just going to read through some of the other details while we admire this gorgeous pink, this matte pink. So it is, as I said, a DIY Hotswap PCB with through-hole components driven off a Pro Micro in the new revision. This current version does not have the RGB strip, but the new one will. It utilizes 4 3mm acrylic layers on it, and of course it can be colored or clear or whatever it is, and a 2 times 3mm opal acrylic for RGB diffusion, which I guess is these layers here that you can see from the top to that diffusion layer, and then the solid base. And this one currently has a white polypropylene plate, which is this one up top, which is very soft and flexible. Now, Idyllic is exploring aluminium plate options. The height of this, including the bump-ons, is approximately 20 millimeters on front height. So if we use my classic ruler, we can see that from the bump-on, it's actually a little bit more than that. It's about 22 mil by the looks of it. Yeah, about 22 mil, but you know, approximately. If you took the bump-ons off, it's going to sit on the screw, so it's better that you do use bump-ons. There is currently no angle on this, but I'm guessing an angle kit may be developed to be attached somewhere, which will give it angle if you want angle options. And the really cool and interesting thing about this is that the PCB is actually mounted on custom-made silicon mounts. I don't know if it'll be visible without me taking this apart, but we will. I'll have a look to see if it's actually visible in here or not. Can I see one? Yeah, I think so. I don't know if the camera is going to be able to pick it up or not, but maybe I will have to try and undo this, unless if, well, this is going to be a really challenging one. I'll see what happens if I take, no, but they go all the way through. Okay, but apparently this can technically be plateless. This can be plateless without this polypropylene plate or an aluminium plate or anything else. I really don't want to unscrew it right now, but I will have to when I build it properly. So as you can see, it is actually designed for a Pro Micro there, and it is a left-hand exit point for the Pro Micro. Now, you can substitute it with like a C Micro or an Elite C if you want to change it to a USB-C type of arrangement. But this does mean you will need a 90-degree connector on it. Otherwise, your cable is going to be shooting out towards the left-hand side there. I don't have a full set of keycaps or anything like that right now on hand to put on it, but well, they're not a bad little tactile switch. But this isn't a TTC tactile switch review. I might review these later. I'll pull them out and talk about them later. But what do I do? What do I do? I want to show you these potentially interesting silicon mounts, but pulling this whole thing apart is scary. You know what? I am not going to do it, but what I will show you instead is a picture of them if I can. Yes, so there is also an optional cork layer that can sit between the plate and the PCB to help with insertion and removal of the switches. So this is what those custom-made silicon inserts look like, and they sit in that arrangement to give you that cushioning and soft feel. So yeah, that's really, really cool, and I can definitely see them. It's just that the camera angle is not permitting me to show you, and of course I really don't want to pull this apart right now without the right size tools and losing bits and pieces right now, because I can see there's quite a bit of fineness that's going into it. Though I will need to pull it apart to solder some Hotswap switches into them, sockets, sorry, and then actually set this up for use. Right, so this is just a preliminary look at the Tinny, which is a 50% Hotswap acrylic stacked keyboard. Should be good, should be good. It's I think form factor wise, standard stagger, it will, I think, do the job deliciously well for people looking for something a little bit more functional than a 40%, with less reliance on a layer key for everything outside of your practical alphas. All right, that's it. Yeah, do check it out on the Keyboard Treehouse when it's available. I just don't know when that's going to be and what the price point's going to look like, but hopefully it'll be quite affordable for what it is. Yeah, so thank you very much for... This whole thing is just... I can see why the cork layer is kind of talked about, because obviously with nothing to in between, then this is just moving around. Whereas, yeah, once you've got that cork, that optional cork layer in there, then it will stop the plate from bouncing around like that. All right, just a bit of a late discovery in this. Yeah, so if you do like this video and you want to see more things like this and some of the projects that I get involved in when I have opportunity to show them off, because, you know, if people ask me to help and commission boards, then yeah, that's up to them if they want me to check it out or not. So, like button, subscribe button, bell notification button, you know the drill. Thanks for coming along, checking out this video, and of course, as usual, until next time, happy clacking.